Hi guys, my name is Sean. I'm from Washington, California. I just want to say first off, if you might notice my voice, it's a little bit different. I'm not a foreigner. I'm not come from Finland or Sweden or anything like that. I have a hearing problem and I was born with it since I was almost 3 years old and such. So put on hearing loss, the menu. So that's why my wife and I have a great relationship. So I don't hear anything. Anyway, okay, today I have a 3528 Branson tractor I bought in 2016, brand new. And so what I have here today is a problem with the steering cylinder that is leaking. And over time, I would say about for 6 months, I would get a little tiny puddle, in the shop here. And so I was kind of passed it off because something allowed, what they say, a working tractor always leaks and such. And well, it's got like 2 weeks ago, it started making a little stream and it started making little trails on the driveway and such. And right when I noticed that, I knew that was the problem with the cylinder and stuff. So Bonnie and we did some research, and turns out that from the tractor by net, they're saying that there's an updated version of the design of the cylinder with an improvement over the other. And so this is what I have here. I took it out and I put the new one next to it. I can see the difference. So I can see here. Now you can see this here. This is the difference with this bar here. So I don't know how it can make a difference because with these two it will hold everything together. But for some reason they did something to make it better because you got a little crack here and this thing is kind of loose. So what I did today was be able to take this out. Now, you might have some question as to how I was able to take this thing out with limited information I have on. So what I did was you first start off underneath the tractor. There's the drive shaft because there is no universal joint where you can just, if you drop it, the axle like the rear, it would just go along with it. But not in this case. So what you have to do is there's this kind of I was talking about the PTO, they're the same idea, but this is just metal. So you just release the clamp that's on the back, release it, and then you just pop it over and it just slide away from the front of the axle towards the rear. And that would expose a little kind of a nut because you have two splines on both ends. And once you take the cotter pin out, and you slide the nut right back, and that would simply free it up. It was easier than I thought. So don't do anything to the back end of it, and just keep it both together. All you have to do is slide it back, and then take the pin out. It's a cotter pin. No, it's not cotter pin. It's a roller pin. It's just push it out, slide it back, and then you're ready to go. And now, so the next part of here is because, as you can see, with these two apart, and the axle becomes really unstable if you try to, because it's necessary to drop it down because we need to get the cylinder out from the front bracket of what holds the trusses up because it is the pivot and the pin. So this part here is what the pivot portion of it. You have to get out in front of it, so this was getting in the way. And the downside about this is once you take it out, then the whole thing becomes unstable. So I just try to drop it down a little bit, and instantly the whole thing starts to rotate on itself using the jack. And I knew that was a bad idea. I was going to really have a really hard time putting it back together. So, and then I thought, they've got 6 bolts that's holding up. You got 4 in the front and 2 in the back. All I had to do was just simply find a longer bolt. So these were the rear one, and all I had to do was take these, and you just put this in place, and this would help to make it as a guide. So once I did put this in place, then I can take all the bolts out, and I dropped the whole axle down. So I dropped it maybe about 3 inches, and it was just enough clearance, and it stayed right where it's at. It's not going anywhere. So that's a great suggestion. I would really recommend that you try it this way. And so I want to show you a closer picture. All right, see this part here. This is what I did. I attached it to how much it was dropped and stuff. And so I just kept it on the jack down to hold it in place. And I actually dropped it further. It wasn't going any further down. So it's good. So that's all you have to do, is to put this, make sure this in place, make sure you got enough threads here, you drop it, and there's just enough clearance for the front. I can just take the front bracket out of this, and then I'll be able to just change out the cylinders. And the reverse should be just as good. All right, so hopefully this is my first time ever doing anything online. I'm going to post it up on YouTube, and so I figured I wanted the information. I was looking for information and didn't have really much information out there and such. So I figured if I can do it, I can help other Branson owners just like you. All right, so hopefully that can help. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below.